Hi, guys, and welcome to Classic Rural Comedies, Facts, and Trivia. Thank you for stopping by today's video. That's by request, and it's been a while, so I'm sorry it took so long. But it's 14 fascinating facts about Mr. Ed. And we'll start with the character's origin traces back to 1937. The character first appeared in the short story The Talking Horse in September 18, 1937 issue of Liberty magazine. A secretary pitched the idea for a television show. UCLA graduate Sonia Chernis began working at Warner Brothers as a secretary in the 1940s, eventually moving up to be a reader and story editor under director Arthur Lubin. She was a fan of Walter Brooks' short stories about the talking horse and pushed the idea for a series. For this, she has earned a typical screen credit of format developed by Sonia Chernis. Clint Eastwood appeared on the show. Hollywood legend, a friend of Sonia Chernis, appeared as himself in the episode Clint Eastwood Meets Mr. Ed, which aired late in season 2 of 62. Chernis would go on to write the screenplay The Outlaw Josie Wales. George Burns produced the pilot. The cigar-chomping comedian served as an executive producer and helped finance the $70,000 pilot episode. Burns would later appear on the series in the second season, too. Eddie Albert turned down the role of Wilbur. Wilbur was that Green Acres star, also turned down the lead role in My Three Sons. He wanted to focus on his film career at the time. Scott McKay played Wilbur in the pilot. The 1958 pilot went under the title The Wonderful World of Wilbur Pope. McKay's television career dates back to 1950, though the actor never landed a major small-screen role. He did appear on episodes of Alfred Hitchcock Presents and Mannix and Climax, to name a few. Alan Young, of course, would take over the role of Wilbur for the series. Fox shot a Mr. Ed reboot in 2004. Sherman Hemsley of The Jeffersons provided the voice of the horse in the attempted 21st century remake. Stand-up comedian and former Saturday Night Live writer Drake Sather, the writer and producer of the show, committed suicide before the production was complete. The pilot was not picked up. The first 7 episodes used an instrumental version of the theme song. Lyrics were later added by songwriters Jay Livingston and Ray Evans. Livingston sang the lyrics as a placeholder, but the network liked his version enough to keep it. The Studebaker Automobile Company was the original sponsor. That would explain why the Post cruised around in a 1962 Lark convertible. The South Bend automaker eventually withdrew its sponsorship as the company was in its twilight, folding before the end of the 1960s. Alan Rocky Lane was the uncredited voice of Mr. Ed. Speaking of Southern Bend, Western B movie star Alan Rocky Lane was a native of neighboring Mishawaka, Indiana. The screen cowboy gave Mr. Ed his distinctive voice. Some of his biographies claim he played football while attending Notre Dame University. However, some contest this fact and claim it was something whipped up by a studio or agent, while the book's Shooting Stars of the Small Screen, Encyclopedia of TV Western Actors, reports that Lane dropped out of the school. Bamboo Harvester was the real name of the horse. Born in 1949, the Palomino lived until 1970. There was also a stunt double named Pumpkin. Pumpkin looked identical, save for a gold spot on the horse's white patch. The crew would cover up the patch with white makeup when shooting scenes. This show began in syndication. Mr. Ed began its life in syndication before proving itself worthy of a network. CBS picked up the series after 26 episodes. And the horse consumed 20 pounds of hay and a gallon of sweet tea each day. That's not all he consumed. Alan Young once explained in an interview that they used to use peanut butter to get Bamboo Harvester to move his lips and talk. And there you go. Everything you wanted to know about Mr. Ed, but didn't. I thought some of it was pretty cool. I had no idea about the Sherman Hemsley and George Burns and all that. I didn't know any of that. So I thought that was extremely cool. But anyway, that's all I got for you. Please don't forget that Classic TV Facts and Trivia, Classic Rock Cutter Music Facts and Trivia, Basic Entertainment, off for the weekend. Be back on Monday. So check them out on Monday. Please check out the Andy Griffith Show Facts and Trivia. It's on how Andy Griffith said Don Knotts really was his best friend. As close as he ever was to anybody else. Please go over there and watch that too, if you don't mind. Please subscribe. Please like this video. You guys have a great day. God bless. Praying for you.